All right, some may call it a Passover miracle. For the first time, Israeli dune buggy racers were officially invited to take part in Abu Dhabi's Desert Challenge, where it took place this year, and even use their Israeli passports to enter the Arab country. And joining us is Etai Moldawsky, just fresh off of his trip and his race. And hello, and welcome to the show.
Thank you for inviting me.
Congratulations for going, taking part, and you know, being in the World Championships.
It was a great pleasure, and it was the first time for Israeli vehicle to participate in the World Championship, and I'm proud to be one of them.
Amazing. So tell us about this, you know, this competition in general. Is it very well known within, you know, the community that like to do this off-roading?
That's part of the FIA organization. It is a World Championship. And throughout the world, it's a major sport. In Israel, it begins to be a big one. We participated in Abu Dhabi. That's about 2,000 kilometers race for 5 days, about 10 hours a day in the vehicle, in the dunes, in the desert. It's pretty
intense.
exciting.
But I mean, listen, you're in the desert, under the sun, not being able to make pit stops for lunch or anything like this. How did you, you know, withstand the conditions and a lot of bouncing around for 10 hours a day? That's
part of the game. It's a lot of endurance. You have to take it easy. If you push too much, you break the vehicle or yourself. You have to play it smart.
Right. And how was the race overall? What was it? Was it more challenging than other terrain that you've done in the past?
We normally participate in races in Europe. That's a totally new ball game. We've practiced a bit in Tunisia, in Jordan, in Egypt, but that's a different ball game. It's
and tell
amazing.
us about the sport here. You've been doing it for more than 2 decades, and I know it's you know, Israelis are adventurers, and we see you know, a lot of these around Israel. How many people do it? Like, how popular is it even for people that do it as a hobby?
It is pretty popular in Israel since we have a big desert in this country. We have all sorts of terrain. Everything is pretty close. It's a small country, and it's nice. Everybody likes it around here.
Right. And I see Pango. You got sponsored by Pango?
Yeah.
Or that's another race.
Pango and Garon Center.
Pango when you can't park. When you can't park.
That's part of the, you know, it's a bit hilarious, but without those sponsors, we couldn't do anything. That's really expensive stuff, and I must thank them.
No, but it's great. Pango is, you know, listen, it's an Israeli app, and it's fantastic, and how great is that? And how were the people? I mean, this was a big deal. You were able to enter with an Israeli passport. I mean, this was groundbreaking in many ways, correct?
It was a groundbreaking out of the camp. For us, we were just, you know, a couple of guys coming to the World Championship. They've hosted us in a really nice way, as you expect from a country that hosts World Championship. It made a lot of noise in the Arabic media and also in Israel.
Amazing. And how did you find the people? Did you feel like comfortable and their arms were open?
On a personal base, they were excellent. They did their utmost to give us the great feeling, and they succeeded. We felt really good.
That's amazing. And also, like, you know, similarly, you also didn't, like, sounds like you didn't, like, push it in anybody's face that you're from Israel. Like, you stayed low-key, right? You didn't have a lot of banners and Israeli flags.
We understand that it was just the first step. It was the first time Israeli team have participated in Abu Dhabi, and next year will be we take it step by step. We try to make it easy on everybody.
Right. And then what about as far as the other riders? I mean, was there any time, like, to kind of get to know some of the other competitors on a personal basis, like party or mixer or anything like this, or it was just competition?
That's the beauty of the sport. Once you're in the desert, everybody knows that, you know, you can have a bad day. And everybody had a bad day throughout their career, so they know how it feels. And people are really nice to each other. You can sit having breakfast, and then the World Championships is in front of you, and he's a nice guy.
Right.
It's a great feeling.